So today we are here with, again, another style of video. Today I'm gonna basically be ranking the top 10 reactions, in my opinion, that I have had this year so far. That's been a wild, like 4 months. We're approaching like 1,500 subscribers. My goal for the end of this year was 1,000, and we've blown past that. So everybody who has subscribed, thank you so much for all the support. Now, big plans for 2022. I'm going to also be working on my main YouTube channel as well. A lot is going up on there. So I'll leave a link in the description for that. So if you want to go subscribe to my main channel, that would be awesome. But for now, let's go over what I think my top 10 reactions were, or at least the top 10 videos I enjoyed the most, reaction wise. I'm going to put a few rules in place. It can only be what, so a lot of it is music, so I can only pick one song from each band, and I can only pick one style of video. So beatbox, I could only choose one beatbox style video. Kind of putting a few rules in place so it's not just the same band potentially. But yeah, coming in at number 10, fairly recent one, was the Mr. Beast Squid Games video. Now, Jimmy, Mr. Beast, and crew, an amazing production. Amazing production. I think it was like $3.5 million they spent on it, and that's not including like the prizes. That was just on pure production. I have seen a few of the behind the scenes stuff as well that I watched in my free time, and just the amount of work that went into it was amazing. And you can tell it's like 25 minutes of just pure amazingness. It keeps you hooked. The retention, as Mr. Beast is very good at, the retention rate is great. So yeah, coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Michael Reeves' Piss Bot. This was just funny. Michael Reeves, as some of you may or may not know, is a genius. He builds robots, he just makes things, he's great. And he trained one of the Boston Dynamics robots. I say trained, programmed one of the Boston Dynamics robots to basically piss beer. So say you were at a party and you'd ran out of beer, but you couldn't be bothered getting up. You could just like place your red Solo cup on the ground. The piss bot would like see it come over and piss in your cup, but obviously it was beer. Hilarious video. I'll try and link the 10 of these videos in the description if you want to go check them. Coming in at number 8 is the harmonica video. Now, will the harmonica play harmonica play when you get hit? Hilarious video. As you can tell, it's just a bunch of guys having fun with each other. They've got their harmonica in the mouth, and then they get whacked by something, progressively getting more and more painful. The pot had to be my favourite one, where he like got hit by the pot, because everything else was like nice and gentle, and then the guy with the pot just whacked him. It was like a bit of a jump. So that was great. I really enjoyed that. Coming in at number 7, we've got Eskimo Callboy. Huge fan of Eskimo Callboy. And I've picked We Got the Moves, as that was kind of the first one of the two that I've listened to this year. We Got the Moves and obviously Pump It. Pump It was great, but I feel I enjoyed We Got the Moves more. It kind of more of a kind of, you can dance along to it a bit easier, whereas Pump It, you kind of just want to, which is probably the whole point of the whole thing. So yeah, Eskimo Callboy, amazing. And at number 6, I've picked Storytime from Nightwish. Probably my favourite Nightwish track so far. From what I've seen from the list that you guys have given me, we're running out of Floor's time, shall we say. I've reacted to a lot. I think we're going on to Tarja or Annette next soon. I don't know. I might give it a bit of a break and then come back to it in a little while, but we will see. Storytime, great track. And at number 5, we have Probably one of the bigger surprises of the year. I discovered the band Dexcore and their song Earthworm. Now, it's just pure djenty metal goodness, and I love it. It's great. If you've not listened to it, go give it a track. If you enjoy djent, if you enjoy metal music, it's great. And at number 4, we have Azel's Beatbox. Azel just kind of blew me away. I was not expecting to hear the noises that they were making. Beatbox, I know I've kind of slowed down with the beatbox on the channel, mainly because we've been focusing on 3 bands in particular: Pentatonics, Love Bites, and Nightwish. I do plan on getting back to the beatbox at some point, but back in the start, we were doing beatbox, and it was great. Azel, definitely the best, or at least the most shocking of all the ones I'd listened to so far. So, who knows? We'll go back soon, I promise. Coming in at number 3, we've got Pentatonics, and I had to pick Imagine. Mainly for the message behind it. It really, really got me. Like, it's the whole that life is too short to, like, hate on people. Like, what's the point? What's the point in hating on people? Like, what entertainment do you get out of it? Like, you're on this planet for, on average, 80 years. And if you spend a good chunk of that time bullying people, like, you're just wasting not only the person you're bullying's time, but also your own time. Like, just get a grip. Doesn't matter who they are, what they identify as. Like, if you don't like them, then cool, just move on with your life. You don't need to harass them. You don't need to bully them. Just bugger off, kind of thing. So yeah, the message behind that is the reason why I chose Imagine from all the Pentatonics, because we've reacted to a lot of Pentatonics this year. Coming in at number 2, the number 1 and 2 were really tough for me, but coming in at number 2 has to be Lifebloods by Brand of Sacrifice, featuring Will Ramos. Lifeblood was a great track. It really was. Probably my favourite Brand of Sacrifice song. But then Will Ramos comes along and just sprinkles a little bit of extra sugar on top and makes it even more tasty. Definitely my favourite, like, metalcore, deathcore song of the year by far. However, coming in at number 1, the song that's probably impacted me the most reaction-wise is from Love Bites, and some of you may have guessed already, but A Frozen Serenade. Now, this track, I mean, I can feel myself tearing up already thinking about it, but this track surprised me so much. Like, it started off like a kind of great, usual kind of Love Bites track. Fast paced, like pretty groovy. But as I said in the reaction, I noticed an acoustic guitar. I didn't notice the piano. And then all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure, was it Midori? I'm pretty sure. I get them mixed up. Was it Midori or Miyako? I can't remember. I apologize. But she just started playing the piano, and like I was just shocked. I was like, just how they build it up. And then you had the Sammy like doing her dancing in the background, and it blew me away. And then once the piano started, then the acoustic guitar started, and it was just beautiful. It was such a beautiful piece of music. And then once they'd kind of finished that, they were just like straight back into it, like the harmonized guitars, and hands down my favorite track of the year. It's on my daily rotation on Spotify. Every day that I'm traveling into work, I'm listening to it. On the way to work, on the way back from work. I absolutely love it. So A Frozen Serenades is my favorite reaction I have done this year so far. I say so far, we've not got any days left of the year. Because at the time of this going out, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this out on New Year's Eve, the 31st. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to every single person who has watched these videos, who has subscribed, who's left a comment. I do appreciate it. We have big things planned for next year. As I say, we are going to be also working on the main channel, extra spicy content, a little bit more production value on those. So yeah, thank you again for an amazing year. I know it's been quite tough with the whole COVID and all that jazz, but 2022 is going to be a better year. I can feel it. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you next year. Bye.